first grade readers and families. Today, we're going to practice some very important reading skills. We're going to practice our noticing skills. As readers, we notice things all the time. We notice words, we notice pictures, we notice characters, places, and actions. We notice all kinds of things when we read. Why? Because reading is thinking. Before we get into our reading today, we're going to take a little field trip to practice our noticing skills. Are you ready? Let's go.
Readers? What do you notice? Well, I'm noticing that we're not inside anymore. I see trees. They're really, really green. I see grass that's really, really green. That makes me think we've had a lot of rain lately. Have you had a lot of rain at your house? What do you notice about the sky? I notice some blue sky, but I also see a dark cloud. What does that dark cloud make you think? That dark cloud makes me think we might get more rain, and that might make the grass even greener. Boys and girls, we do the same thing when we read. We notice things and then we think, because reading is thinking. Let's give this a try with our book. Here we go.
So readers, today we're going to use our noticing skills to preview and make predictions about the text. As we go through, we're going to use our noticing skills to really pay attention to those illustrations. And we're going to ask ourselves, what am I noticing? What am I thinking? This is just like when you're at the movie theater and you're sitting in your seat and you're waiting for your movie to come on. What do you see before your movie? You see those previews. And those previews give you a little snapshot, a sneak peek as to what those other movies might be about. And sometimes you see that preview and you think, oh my goodness gracious, I can't wait to see this movie. I have to go see it because it looks that good. And sometimes you see a preview and you think, oh, I don't think I want to go see this one. It's the same thing when we preview a text. We notice the illustrations. It makes us think, what is this text going to be about? It helps us make a prediction. Let's try it with our text today. Ebb and Flow and the Baby Seal by Jane Simmons. Right away, I'm seeing a picture here, and I'm noticing a little girl in, maybe it's a boat, I'm not quite sure yet, with a dog, and she's got her arm around the dog. I wonder what that's all about. What are you noticing here? I'm noticing that same dog looking out a window, maybe. Let's take a look at this illustration. What are you noticing and what are you thinking? I'm noticing the dog looking at the little girl, and she's looking at her like she wants something. My dog looks at me like that sometimes. What are you noticing here? I see a dog looking out the window again. And again over here. I'm starting to think that this dog might want to go outside. What do you think, first graders? Let's keep previewing. What is happening in this picture? I see the dog. And look at this dog's face. What do you see here? It looks like a little smile. And we have another character. This looks like a baby seal. What in the world is a dog doing with a baby seal? Well, let's take a look. I see them splashing in the waves. It looks like they're playing in a pond of some sort here. What are you thinking about this? Oh, here we go. Let's see. I see the dog again, and now the seal, he looks farther away. Did you notice that? What are you thinking now? I don't really see that smile on the dog's face anymore. Okay, here's a new character. She's kind of got her head like this. She looks a little worried. Is that what you're thinking? Let's look at this page. Here's the dog again. I see the dog looking at his family. He's not smiling yet. Oh my, I see the family running. What do you think is happening here? Oh, what are you noticing in this picture, boys and girls? It looks like the mom and the little girl are pulling a boat. I wonder what they're going to do with that. Oh my goodness, look at this. They're in the boat, and what are you noticing about how they're in this boat? They look like they're huddled together. The seal is outside. Oh my goodness, what is happening here? It looks like they're trying to get to the baby seal. Oh, let's look at this page. Look at the little girl. She's got her hand on mom's shoulder. What do you notice about the mom's face? What do you notice about the dog's face? They look like they might be worried. Oh, who's back here? What do you notice here, boys and girls? And what are you thinking? Oh my goodness. There's another seal. This one looks bigger than this tiny seal, doesn't it? And look at their faces. What do you see? I notice a smile. That makes me think they must be feeling happy. I wonder what they're happy about. What could they be happy about? And here's the little girl and her dog. What do you notice about their faces? What are you thinking? And here's the little dog, fast asleep at home. What are you thinking about the end of this text? So, boys and girls, we've taken the time to preview. Now I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to picture all of those pictures we just saw from the text, ebb and flow and the baby seal. Make a prediction. What do you think this text is going to be about? And in just a few minutes, we're going to read the text. And don't forget that when we read the text, we check to see if our predictions came true or not. Because this is something that we do when we read, because readers are thinkers. We're always thinking about the text. So first grade readers, this is a skill you can practice with any text you read. So we preview and predict, and then when we read, we check our predictions. I want you to give this a try the next time you pick up a book. Have fun, readers. Readers, today, when we read Ebb and Flow and the Baby Seal, we're going to be paying special attention to learning about characters, because characters are the very best parts of stories. Sometimes we love characters so much they become like our very own friends. So today, as we read, we're going to be paying attention to the characters and practicing our noticing skills. What do we notice about these characters? So as we read today, we're going to think about these questions. Who are our characters? What do they like? What do they dislike? What do they say? What do they do? And in our text today, Ebb and Flow and the baby seal, we're going to have some characters who are people, and we're going to have some characters who are animals. So we really have to use all of our noticing skills to get ready to do that thinking while we read. I'm going to ask you some questions along the way to help you think and learn about these characters. Let's give it a try. Ebb and Flow and the Baby Seal by Jane Simmons. Ebb sat and listened to the rain and the wind. Pitter patter, pitter patter, pitter patter, whoosh. Ebb had eaten all her biscuits and chewed her toy into little bits. She wanted someone to play with. Woof, said Ebb, but Flo was busy painting. Boys and girls, what are you noticing about the characters? Woof, said Ebb, but Bird was busy chatting with the ducks. Woof, said Ebb, but Mom was busy too. So Ebb sat and listened to the wind and the rain. Pitter patter, pitter patter, pitter patter, whoosh. Then she heard a cry from the beach. Wah, wah. It was a baby seal. At last, Ebb had someone to play with. They played on the sand. They played in the waves. They played in the rock pools. Ebb and the baby seal played all day long. Boys and girls, what are you noticing about our character, Ebb? What kinds of things does she say? What kinds of things does she do? What does she like? What does she dislike? Keep thinking as we read. As it got later, Ebb began to feel hungry, but when she set off for home, the baby seal tried to follow. Wah! Wah! The baby seal cried. Ebb stopped. Woof! She barked. Why wouldn't the baby seal go home? Ebb went to fetch help. Woof! Barked Ebb. Beep! Said Bird. Shush! Said Mom. We're busy. Woof! Woof! Barked Ebb again, even louder. What's the matter, Ebb? Asked Flo. Woof! 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 Barked Ebb, until Flo and Mom followed her. Readers, what are you noticing about Ebb now? All the way down to the beach. It's a baby seal, said Flo. Maybe she's hungry. Maybe she's lost, said Mom. Wah! Wah! Cried the baby seal. She needs her mom, said Flo. And I know where to find her, said Mom. Follow me. Flo followed Mom, Ebb followed Flo, and the baby seal followed Ebb. Wah! Went the baby seal. Flo heaved on the oars as Mom pushed off. Woof! Said Ebb to the baby seal. Wah! The baby seal cried back. They rowed all the way out to Seal Island. Woof! Woof! Barked Ebb. Wah! Went the baby seal. Readers, what are you noticing about the characters now? What are they saying? What are they doing? There were seals everywhere. Oh no, said Flo. We'll never find her mom. Ebb looked out to sea. Suddenly, Ebb saw a head bobbing all alone. Woof, woof, woof! Ebb barked as loud as she could. Then they heard a loud, hoo! Wah! Answered the baby seal. Eb, you found her mom, said Flo. The baby seal and her mother played together. Well done, Eb, said Flo. Woof, said Eb. Wah, hoo, said the seals. Let's go home, said Mom. Readers, what are you noticing about the characters now? That night, Eb dreamed of the sea and boats and seals. Pitter patter, pitter patter, pitter patter, whoosh. And far away there came a wahoo! But Eb was fast asleep. Boys and girls, as we finish reading the text, don't forget to think back to your original prediction. Did your prediction end up being true? Boys and girls, remember that thinking about characters and noticing what they say and do, what they like and dislike, is an important part of understanding stories. This is another way that readers are thinkers. So the next time you pick up a book, try and notice all you can about the characters in that text, and that will help you really understand that story. Readers, today we're going to continue practicing our thinking and noticing skills. Today, we're going to become reading detectives. So I need my special reading detective glasses to help me. And today, as we read, we're going to focus on rereading to learn more about our characters, because every time you read, you learn something more because you notice something new. And as we reread sections of Ebb and Flow today, we're going to use 2 questions to really help guide our thinking. We're going to ask ourselves, what is in the text? What does the text say about the character? What's the text telling me? And then the second question we're going to use to help guide our thinking is, what is this teaching me about the character? This is that question that's really going to help us dig deeper into that character and learn even more. If you'd like to work along with me today, you can get some paper and pencil, or maybe even some sticky notes and a pencil, and you can work and write along with me. Let's get ready, readers. Here's the first section. We're going to read together really carefully. Follow along with me and get your detective glasses ready to go. It was a baby seal. At last, Eb had someone to play with. They played in the sand. They played in the waves. They played in the rock pools. Eb and the baby seal played all day long. So now I need to think about those 2 questions. What is the text telling me? Well, I see up here, Eb is playing. He's playing with that baby seal. So I'm going to write that down too. I know they played in the sand. They played in the waves. And they played all day long. So now I need to ask myself, what is this teaching me about the character? What is this teaching me about Eb? Well, I know he's playing in all of these different places. He's playing all day long. So that's teaching me that Ebb is playful because he likes to play a lot, and friendly because he made friends with that baby seal so quickly. Let's try this again in another section of text, boys and girls. We're going to read a little bit more this time. And as we read, I want you thinking, and you can even take notes on your paper, what is the text telling you about Ebb? Here we go. Get your pencils ready. As it got later, Ebb began to feel hungry. But when she set off for home, the baby seal tried to follow. Wah, wah, the baby seal cried. Ebb stopped. Woof, she barked. Why wouldn't the baby seal go home? Ebb went to fetch help. Woof, barked Ebb. Beep, said Bird. Shush, said Mom, we're busy. Woof, woof, barked Ebb again, even louder. What's the matter, Ebb? Asked Flo. Woof, 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 barked Ebb, until Flo and Mom followed her. Boys and girls, what did the text tell you? Well, as I read about Ebb, I noticed that she wondered, why hadn't the baby seal gone home? So I'm going to jot that down. Why? I noticed that Ebb went to fetch help. And I also noticed that when nobody was paying attention to her, what did she do? That's right. She barked even louder. So now I have to ask myself that really deep thinking question. What is this teaching me about Ebb? Well, she didn't give up. They weren't listening to her. She didn't give up. She kept barking because she knew the baby seal needed help. So that tells me that Ebb is helpful and caring. Boys and girls, let's try this one more time with one more section of text. Get your Post-its ready, get your pencil ready. We're going to read and think, what is the text telling us? And what are we learning about this character? Here we go. There were seals everywhere. Oh no, said Flo. We'll never find her mom. Ebb looked out to sea. Suddenly, Ebb saw a head bobbing all alone. Woof, woof, woof! Ebb barked as loud as she could. Then they heard a loud, hoo! Wah! Answered the baby seal. Ebb, you found her mom, said Flo. That was a good section. So, boys and girls, what did the text tell you about Ebb? She found the baby's mom seal, didn't she? She found the seal mom. And again, she never gave up, did she? She kept looking. So now I want you to ask yourself and really think, what am I learning about Ebb? What is this teaching me about this character? Really think about that. Mom couldn't find the mom seal. The little girl, Flo, she couldn't find the mom seal, but Ebb did. So that tells me Ebb is very Smart. It could tell us other things too. It could tell us that she's perseverant, that she's persistent, that she's really caring and helpful. It could tell us lots of different things. And that's the fun part about reading and really thinking about the characters, is we might all have a different way of saying what we learned, and that's okay. So, boys and girls, today, we practiced rereading sections to learn more. We asked ourselves, what is in the text? And we asked ourselves, what is this teaching me about this character? This is something you can practice in any book that you pick up that tells a story, and it will help you to really think and understand that story. So give it a try the next time you pick up a book. Have fun reading. First grade readers and families, after you finish reading a text, there are so many fun and creative things that you can do to celebrate all that you've learned in that story. And one of my favorite ways to do that is to bring the characters to life. We spent so much time in Ebb and Flow reading about characters, noticing characters, and rereading to learn even more. And there are a few things you can do to bring your characters to life after you've read a text. One of my favorite ways to do that is to retell the most important parts. And I have some special helpers who can help us to do that. Does anyone notice any of these people? There are characters from the story. So you can make little puppets to represent the characters from the story, and you can use them to put on a puppet show and retell the most important parts. They don't have to be this fancy. You can draw your own pictures, you can write their names on sticky notes, and you can use those to retell the most important parts. Another way you can bring your characters to life is to read with voice. You might notice that when I read Ebb and Flow, I really brought the characters to life with my voice. I thought to myself, what might these characters sound like? And I tried to make my voice sound like their voice. So after you finish reading stories, see if you can try one of these strategies to really bring your characters to life and have fun and celebrate all that you've learned and all that you love about your stories.